Right, so this is just a tutorial on making a CSS. If you don't want to code it by hand, you don't have to code a CSS sheet by hand. Okay? There's lots of other ways to do it. Now, here's just a brand new HTML page that I've done called heading, well, it's called index.html, and I've just put heading 1 there, and I've added the format heading 1 to it. It's just the generic one at the minute. I don't have a style sheet attached to it. So I'm going to make a new style sheet, new CSS. I'm going to make a style sheet. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I'm going to call it style 1 CSS, and it's going to go in the same folder. And you can see I've already mapped out my site, managed my site, so it's already there. Okay. Then I'm going to add this style sheet to it. So I can link it by clicking here, attach style sheet, or I can go on to, let's have a look, whereabouts is it? Format, CSS, attach style sheet, then I can attach it from there. Okay, so there you go, I've attached my style sheet, nothing's changed, I'll just save it. Nothing's changed so far. So here's my style sheet. I'm going to change the formatting of H1. Okay. As soon as I did that, it says over here under CSS styles. Okay. And you can see there my CSS styles is on. That I should have. It's gone now. I should have. If I click save, maybe that will help. I'll just try adding that again. H1. Okay, and then it says refresh. So there you go, I've got H1, I've got a style there. It's recognized I've got a style. If I just close that, first of all, I'll just close it without anything in there. If I had a H2 now, and I open that up and close it, if I refresh, it's recognized too. So I'm going to modify this H1. This is the easy way to do it, rather than just doing color and then selecting my color. I can select from RGB values or 6-digit hex. So there you go. So if I wanted 6-digit hex, I could have 6-digit hex values. Okay, so there are lots of different ones there. But if I wanted RGB values, I could do it again, color, and then change it to RGB values, and there you go, you can see RGB 02040. Okay, so that's the different color formats you can have. That's 6-digit hex, that's RGB, or red, green, blue. Okay, we've talked about these in class, so you should be quite familiar with them. Now, if I didn't want to do it like that, if I wanted to do it an easier way, which I'm sure most people do, I'll hit refresh on there. I can double click on that H1, or I can click on the pen icon. There we go. CSS rule definition for H1. Well, I can change my font family. Let's have a look. We all like Arial, but maybe I can have a look for it. I can edit my font list if I wanted to add a new one in one of the exam papers. What did they have? I think it was Arial, bold, or rounded NT bold. I can add that one and click OK. So now when I search for it, it should be in here. There we go. Okay. Font size. There we go. I can change it, or I can type it in myself. It was 27 pixels. I can change it to pixels, or points, or inches, or centimeters. Font weight. I can change that to bold if I want. Font style, italic if I want. Font variant, what's that? Small caps or normal? I'll just leave it. Line height, text transform, capitalize. If I wanted it to capitalize, I could do that. Okay. Underline, break, blink, loads of other things. Color, brilliant. I can change my color. If it's an RGB value, I can pick my RGB value or type it in. Sometimes it might say 22 for red, 256 and then 0, 0, or something like that. Okay, so it might do all those things. Then you can click apply, and there you go. It's automatically added it all for you. So that's really handy. If your color, you wanted to change it to being 6-digit hex, okay, I can pick a color straight away, and then I can change it in here. So there's my hex value, 006600. So if I add in there FF0000, I should change it to red, as we know. If I add FFFF00, it changes it to yellow. Okay, and there we go. If I click OK now, and I save this, and I go back onto here, there you go. It's changed that heading 1 into a nice yellow that we can't really see very well. And it's added all that straight away to it. Okay, so that's really nice. Okay, so that's on how you can quickly add different things. Okay, we'll go through that again. I'll double click on the H2. You see you can have borders as well. Okay, top, you can have solid. Okay, all the same. Or we can, the width, we can change it as well, 1 pixel. Color, we can change to a different value. If it was hex or RGB, we can change it. Okay, list type, square. That's popped up in an exam before. List style image. You could pick one. List style position, inside or outside. Positioning. Okay. Absolute, fixed, relevant. Placement, top, etc. There's lots of other options on these. Okay, so have a look around, have a play around with it, and that should help you out a lot with this. Background color, we can change our background colors. Okay. Background image, we can browse for a background image. Repeat it or not repeat it. Okay. So there you go. Yeah. So if we change that then to table, okay, it would automatically have changed my table then. Okay. So there you go. H1 and table. Now if I insert a table into here, you can see my background color is blue. Okay, and it's kept all those other strange different CSS values that I've chosen. Hope you found this useful.